Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be discussing the thought process and workflow behind writing great prompts in Stable Diffusion. And along the way, I will be generating a specific image I want to. So if you want to follow along, you can do that. If you don't have Stable Diffusion on your system, then don't worry. I have made another video where I share my step-by-step process to install Stable Diffusion on your system, and I will share the link of that video below. So what is a great prompt? It's simple. Great prompt is the one that creates very specific image you want to. So before we start creating our image, there are two things that you need to keep in mind. Firstly, the keywords that appear before in the prompt have more weightage on the final image. For example, in this particular example, raw photo will have more weightage over short haircut. Secondly, while writing prompts, you should aim at giving maximum possible description in minimum possible words. So let's get started with the image generation process. Firstly, you should decide what do you want to create, a photograph or a painting. For this particular example, we will be creating a photograph. Second question is, what is the main subject of photograph? A man, a woman, an animal, landscape, or something else? For this particular example, we will be creating a woman. So what are the characteristics of our subject? That what I mean that what is her age, nationality, skin tone, where is she looking, height, body shape, expression on her face, makeup, hairstyle, body posture, what is she wearing. So there can be many more characteristics, but for this particular example, we will stick to these. So what is her age? So let's say her age is 23. What is her nationality? Let's say her nationality is Indian. What is her skin tone? So let's say her skin tone is fair. So where is she looking? Let's say she is looking at the camera. What is her height? Let's say her height is 5'7". What is her body shape? For this, we will use ChatGPT. I am a fashion photographer. What body shape my woman model can have? Give me a list. Let's see. So these are the different body shapes that we got. So for this example, let's go for hourglass. What is the expression on her face? For this also we will use ChatGPT. What expressions my model can have? So for this example, let's go for sultry. Next is makeup. For this also we will use ChatGPT. What makeup styles my model can have? So these are the different makeup styles we got. For this example, let's go for glamorous. For hairstyle, again we will use ChatGPT. What are the different hairstyles my model can have? For this example, let's go for long and flowing. What is her body posture? Again, we will use ChatGPT. What are the different body postures my model can have? Boss, tilted head. Let's get some more options. So I like this option. over the shoulder glance. What is she wearing? For this, we will use some e-commerce website. So this is a e-commerce website. So a lot of options are available for dresses over here. I will go for this one. Shoulder strap slit bodycon dress, which is black in color. Now let's paste all the details in Stable Diffusion prompt. I will also like to mention that I am using Realistic Vision version 2 model. This model is very good for human faces. I will be sharing the link of this model in the description. So if you want, you can download this. Sampling method, I will be using Euler A. Sampling steps, I will be using 30. I will be checking the restore faces because my photograph contains human faces, and height I will be setting at 768. So now let's click on generate and create a first iteration of image. So this one is good. But let's create more versions of it. So I will create 10 versions of it and then select the one I like. So out of all the images we got here, this one matches our description a lot. This one also matches our description. This one also matches our description. So out of these images, let's see which one I select. So I will be selecting this one. So what I will do, I will copy the seed and paste it over here. And now we will be making more adjustments to it. Now we will decide upon the location where this particular photo was taken. So let's say it was taken in a studio. So it will have studio lighting. And I want soft lighting. This time I will generate only one image. And let's see the result we get. This one is good. Now we will decide the camera and lens that we will be using. So let's use ChatGPT for that. Old model studio in soft lighting. What camera lens should I use? So these are the lenses that were suggested. I will go for this one. Now let's decide upon the camera. So it's suggesting a full frame DSLR and the camera brand is Canon EOS 5D Mark IV. So I will be using this one. Now let's add these details in our prompt and click on generate. It has slightly changed the posture, but this still maintains our description. Now I will add some magic keywords to it to make image look even better. So I will be adding HDR, RAW, 8K, highly detailed, and let's click on generate again. So this image looks good. This bindi is a little off over here. So this is the problem that I noticed, that whenever I'm working with Indian women, it adds a bindi to it and it's always off. And there is no way to get around this in this software. So for this, it's better to use something else like Photoshop or Canva or some other image editing software you are using. As you can see that I have not used any negative prompt over here, and uh, in my workflow I always add negative prompts at the end. This I do to avoid adding any unnecessary prompts, because shorter the prompt is, the better the result you get. For example, I would have added this prompt if eyes were a bit off, but here we can see that eyes are perfect. I would have added this prompt if I was getting results that were not realistic. I would have added this prompt if hands were not perfect. I would have added this prompt if face was not drawn properly. But here, as you can see, I don't think I need a negative prompt. Now what I will do, that I will generate multiple versions of this particular image and let's see what we get. But I'm more or less satisfied with this, but let's hope that we get a better image. So these are the images we got. So I like this one, but this bindi is off over here. So I will be using Photoshop or Canva for this. And I will save this one. This one is also good. So I will also save this one. This one I don't like because hairstyle does not match our description. I wanted open hair. Here hands are off. This image is overall good, but as we can see that there are 3 hands over here. So to rectify this one, we will use a negative prompt. This also does not match my description because I wanted an over the shoulder shot. But overall this image is good. This also does not match my description because it's not an over the shoulder shot. Again, in this, it matches my description, but now there are 3 hands. This one is too raunchy. This also does not match my description, but overall image is good. This also does not match my description. So as of now, I will be selecting this one and this one, which I have saved. As I said that I had problem with the bindi, so I will edit photo. I'm using Canva over here. I will use the magic eraser, lessen the brush size, and it's gone. It's that easy. As you can see, I have not changed or tinkered any other setting. This proves that if you get your prompt right, your 90% of the work is done. Other settings are just there to complement your creation. Secondly, I always start with a random seed, but as I get closer to my final image, I enter the seed so that Stable Diffusion does not change my image much. And finally, if you are creating a photograph, you should start thinking like a photographer. If you are creating a painting, you should start thinking like a painter. If you want to create great paintings or photographs, you have to obsess about every tiny detail of it. And with this, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe if you want more such videos.